There are a lot of armor sets in Hypixel skyblock, and I mean a lot. The average skyblock player has more armor sets than chromosomes, and that is pretty impressive. Of course, that's the average. Some people took a little bit too much fun powder when growing up, and ended up like Derpy here. But you got a bunch of armor sets, stuff from tuxedos, to werewolf armor, to the winter clown set. By this I mean Nutcracker. Let's be real here, the Nutcracker is just a clown who only shows up when it's cold. But most armor sets in this game are bad or of no use. But there are some that shine above the rest and are considered to be the better armor sets of the game. But what shines through the most is the subscribe button, which you suppress right now, because if you get 20k by the end of the year, you get 200 mil. Good deal, I swear. But as of recent, there are two main contenders for the best armor set in the game category. This comes down to the Wither armor set. This includes Storm, Necron, Goler, and no, not Maxor. The only reason people use Maxor is because they want to be Flash, okay?
My name is Flash.
But the other contender is the Kudra armor sets. These are 5 sets, including Fervor, Hollow, Crimson, Terror, and Aurora. However, Fervor and Hollow are absolute ass, but they suck beyond comparison. I have seen more people in the Crimson Isles wearing Lapis armor and Leaflet armor than Fervor or Hollow. That's how bad it is. At base, they're not spectacular, but these armor sets, when leveled up, can be starred 55 times, each making the armor set a percent better. But the unique thing about all the Crimson Isles gear is the attributes. This is kind of like a new form of gemstones or enchants, just more RNG based. They can range from giving you more defense, to giving you more coins to kill, to giving you more damage based on a grandma. That is actually a thing. What we're going to be focusing on is the mage armor, mostly because hype go burr. The two most valuable attributes for mage are mana pool and mana regen. This lets you regen mana faster and have more mana at your disposal. And at a certain tier, this armor becomes better than Storm. The issue is mana pool mana regen armor is worth more than the average skyblock player's net worth. So the question is, at what point is Aurora better than Storm, and how much does it cost to actually achieve that? Well, in order to beat Storm without attribute shards, just pure base stats, you need to get it to Fiery. But getting it to 10-star burning is close enough. It will cost you 21,000 Crimson Essence to get it from base to 10-star burning, which may seem like a lot, but that's only 40 mil-ish per piece with current prices. Then you have attribute shards. But let's assume you only cared about mana pool, because if you only have one to choose from, we're probably going to choose that. Issue is you would need 32 mana pool 1s to get a tier 5. Mana pool 1 costs 2.5 mil, or 80 mil for mana pool 5. Luckily, I found a way to get mana pool 5 for only 16 mil-ish, or saving you 64 million per mana pool 5. But I'll get to that later. Okay, so first let's get the essence out of the way. Obviously, you also need Kudra teeth and heavy pearls, but those don't cost money, just time. So you're going to need around 60,000 essence, which will come out to around 120 to 130 million coins with current prices. And after a lot of upgrading, that gets you to 10-star burning. Now for the attribute shards. Now I'm sure you're wondering how we're going to save 64 million coins per tier 5 mana pool, and it's simple. We're not going to use attribute shards. Instead, we're going to be buying pieces of other Kudra armor, Fervor, Terror, Crimson, that have high levels of mana pool on them, and then combine them with our armor set. People don't seem to know this, but you can have your Kudra armor sets switch to any other version as long as it has one shared attribute stat. Meaning, for your Aurora armor, you don't need to buy Aurora with mana pool 3. You could buy Hollow armor and then put it onto the Aurora armor and transfer that mana pool stat over. Thank God, Hollow armor finally has a use: human sacrifice. Seems to work for the Aztecs. Why wouldn't it work for us? But this is a very, very neat trick that saved me so much money. At the time of recording, you could get a piece with mana pool 3 for around 4 to 5 million coins, which is equivalent to 800k to 1 mil per mana pool. You also buy mana pool 2 pieces for around 1.5 to 2 mil. And with the new Kudra update, you can buy mana pool 5 pieces for around 16 million coins. So let's see what we bought, and let's level up our armor. Alright, so if we claim everything we have on IH, it would cost us 50 million coins, and this will be enough, I'm about to prove it, to get every single one of these pieces to mana pool 5. Granted, my Terror already has mana pool 3, but still, I'm going to go and actually prove this. First, let us start with the boots. First, of course, we're going to start by combining up this to get mana pool 4, Crimson boots. Then we just need to gas out the rest. Mana pool 3 Crimson Boots. Mana pool 3. Mana pool 4 Crimson Boots. Mana pool 5 Crimson Boots. As you can see, if we swap it like this, it turns to Crimson, but who cares? We now have Lifeline 3, Mana pool 5. So now we have Mana pool 5 bucks. Alright, now I'm just going to do the rest, and I'll cut back as soon as I'm done. We now have full Mana pool 5, Loving, Burning, Aurora armor, which is pretty ridiculous. So now I've spent around 175 million coins in the armor, from all the stuff to get Mana pool 5, and all the stuff to get it's a 10-star burning. This is without enchants or recoms, etc. But you can put that on both armor sets. So comparing base to base, you need 175 mil to make Aurora better than base Mage. Or sorry, base Storm. Of course, outside of dungeons. And, you know, 3/4 Storm only costs you like 50 million coins. But hey, Aurora uses their chats. So really, you're spending an extra 125 mil to become a Chad. So now I'm going to put recoms and gemstone slots and kind of gas out this armor stuff, and then we'll do a test compared to Storm. Alright, now time to do a little bit of a comparison. First, what armor we're going to be using. Obviously, Storm. Obviously, Aurora. Off base without gemstones, this will give me an additional 100 intelligence per set compared to Storm. Now for the EHP. Both these have fumings and stuff, so combat stat, we have 37,000 in Burning Aurora. Oops, wrong thing. If we go and equip it to the Stormy Mage Boy, we have 30,000. So Aurora has better stats overall. It's got better, at the stage this armor set is at, it's better in pretty much every regard. Of course, you can't be used in dungeons, but still. Now, let's do ourselves a damage comparison. This hype, we are doing 1.6 mil. Yeah, 1.7 mil is what we're looking like. 1.7 mil with this hype. And if we just swap this over to our Storm, that 1.7 mil becomes 1.5 mil. So it does around 200k more damage, but overall it is a better armor set, so highly recommend you do that instead of buying the stinky attribute shards. Alright, there you go. So that is how I got the best armor set in the game. Yes, I know, can I have mana regen for 175 million coins, which is a lot cheaper than it would cost you otherwise at around 300 to 400 mil. If you want to make sure you're never an idiot, make sure you subscribe. That's how that works. Again, 200 mil or 20k by the end of the year. Good luck. Hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Au revoir.